So why did I just go through that entire element? Because your network is your network, and the people that you have around you, the closest people to you, will impact your finances, your spouse, your team, the people that are working under you. I gave you a couple different scenarios of how that can impact. Having the right spouse next to you will help. They may be able to see some things that you don't see. Having the right team around you, and including being able to determine and decipher when people need to be kept on and let go. Understand, this is why I have a harmony chart, because you got to understand these things in order to be able to balance and maintain, and in order to continue to grow what you're building. And then continuing to maintain these activities, going to the conferences year after year, building out development, whatever it is that you're developing. Continuing to network, because you might have somebody that don't work for you in this season that you had working for you, and then you go to one of these conferences and you meet a person that needs a job that has all the qualifications that you're looking for. You get that partner that you didn't have before. And this individual has the ability to see where you financially mess up, where you're focusing on the business. They can be able to focus on your finances and be able to tell you, hey, not because they focusing on your finances, still nothing from you. They have business acumen too, and they have the fullness of understanding. I'm gonna let my person look at this because something adding up over here, and they might be able to catch something because you got somebody now that's at your side that understands what you're doing, and you find growth, you find expansion, you find building, you find development, you got partnership. And when you start operating on these types of levels, you're gonna have friendships that's gonna come up that you didn't even think that you could even acquire because of the access levels that you got. This is why your net worth and your network are in tandem. Because these are the people that are going to protect your money, or they the ones that are going to just spend it away. This is why this is important. With that being said, you need to have financial lock boxes. Your finances need to be secured in such a way that you have is protected for your employees. You need to have a benefits package to set up for the employees. And if you want to create a company, I always suggest that you try to make sure you remain underneath that Fortune 500 company, meaning you don't want to employ anybody under 499, because it's a different level of taxes that you're going to hit when you hit that corporate level. You want to make sure you have a small team. You want to make sure that you get your little team together. Make sure you can have team members, or you can get professionals. Like, people use Fiverr, people use Upwork. I would say that Fiverr is like beginner, Upwork's secondary level. And then I heard about this new one. What the heck is the name of that one? Ascend or something like that. I had to look it up. But you can hire on people like that. And these are temporary workers, meaning they are under contract seasonally for whatever it is that you need. You determine how long they work, instead of having full-time employees. Now, if you want full-time employees because you met some people at the conference and these people work well with you, you were able to test them, you were able to even, go through a 90-day probationary period, and these people worked out with you, and you was able to come together with a team because y'all gelled well together and your business flow good with these folks. it sets you up. But what about that lock on that financial box? You got to create protecting. You got to protect the employees. You got to protect yourself. You got to have those things put together in a sequential order that you have the protections so that you're not building out all of this and there's money leaking out somewhere, whether it's in taxes, whether it's in somebody siphoning you have employees, you got people doing all kinds of, you want to make sure that stuff not happening. One thing that happened to me, subscription services. Pay attention to your subscriptions. Pay attention to another thing that happened was accounts. You want to learn all about those stories? Go to my TikTok, because I'm going to be putting those stories up over there, where I had a situation that lasted a few years in relation to the payment processor gave me the wrong processing card routing number, and thank God it was not a business. Can you imagine having all of your money? I need you to hear me and hear me clear. Having all of your money going to a routing number to a card that you don't have. Financial lockbox. Because you got a business that you're trying to protect right now, and you're trying to build. You need to build a strong foundation, or else you're going to crash. You're going to burn. And when you're new, that first 5 years, you a baby out here. You a baby out here. And for my creatives know better than anybody. Then we come down to it. Nothing is guaranteed. Fashion, you're in one day, you're out the next. Music, you have one hit album, you be a one hit wonder, and every album needs to hold space for you. Creatives, whatever field you're in, you got to be able to maintain, have that merchant, have that product be viable. This is why you see a lot of companies will keep putting out, oh, look at the new version of this hair care shampoo, this, because they need you to buy the new thing. There's such a thing as called opulence. I forget what the first word is, but it's when they make the product so that it will degrade in a period of time so that you'll buy another one. Years ago, I'm talking about my parents' time, you could buy a piece of furniture and it will hold up 20, 30 years. You could buy an appliance and it would hold up 20, 30 years. My dad gave away the old refrigerator we used to have. That thing was 40 years old now. That's how long they had that refrigerator. Still running. You could give it away to somebody because it was still running. They don't make stuff like that no more. Because they want to keep. This is what subscription services was used for. And those subscription services, they good when you're the one receiving the money, but are you receiving the money ethically? Are you setting it up ethically? I need you to think about that. Are you setting your business up ethically? Because what you do to others, pay close attention. It will come back to you. It will come back.